What's going on, YouTube? How y'all doing this evening? Good morning if you on my side of the earth. Passport Blueprint, give me 1 second. I'm about to send you the link. Then I'll cam up in a minute, you guys. My apologies. Dealing with a little bit of jet lag, man. I tried to sleep as much as I could on my way back, but man. Yeah, I didn't get much sleep last night either, man. I had trouble falling asleep. Let me see here. Give me 1 second, you guys. And I will be camming up shortly. Please hit that like button on the way in. Shout out to my moderator, Alex. Oh man. All right. Passport blueprint. I just sent you the link. Uh, okay, I think I'm good. All right. Yeah, I think I'm good. What's going on, everybody? Whew, man. I guess I got two choices after this live show, man. Either try to go get some more sleep or get my ass a cup of coffee, man. Oh my goodness. What's going on, everybody? Got 31 watching. Please hit the like button. So we got in the building, Tiger 9511. What's up, bro? Bootman 313. My moderator, Alice. Got all the links dropped. Make sure y'all subscribe to the Travel Vlog channel. I'm gonna start getting busy on putting the vlogs up of my time in Brazil, and me and Passport Blueprint gonna be discussing a little bit of that tonight, as well as the main topic. And so follow me on TikTok and Instagram. And make sure y'all subscribe to the music channel. Just dropped the new mixtape out. That's my email for any videos you want me to react to, foreign testimonials. Let's see who else we got in here, man. Rolando, what's going on, brother? It's Tony in the building. Molly Mall. Yeah. I just saw that too. Yeah, also Holloman Live. Shing Shang in the building. What's up, bro? Jeff, what's going on, man? Yeah, man. Pooh Man 313 be everywhere, bro. Malik. Good question, man. Because that was my first time flying with Turkish. I gotta be honest with you guys. Between Turkish, Emirates, and Qatar, Turkish is definitely last. I'm not gonna say it was a bad flight. I just wish I would have been able to sleep more. But like that first leg from Sao Paulo all the way to Turkey, that flight was horrible. And I don't know what it is, man, but I just keep having bad experience with Turkish dudes, man. But I don't want to like generalize all of them just based on a few. So yeah, it's hot as hell over here too, man. It was like damn near 40 degrees Celsius when I got to Thailand. I was like, what the hell? Randy, what's up? Malik, what's up? Craig, what's going on? Nah, Tony, I can't download Cash App over here. I gotta wait till I get back home next month to download Cash App. It will not let me download it in this region. Or at least that's what it says whenever I try to download it off of the Play Store. That's what's up, man. I'm like, just as long as you're not gonna sit over here and run off and tell another content creator right afterwards. I'm like, because that's kind of how this conversation getting started. Um, Me and Passport Blueprint will go over that a little in here in a little bit. Don't worry, D Woods. I've been that's been a running joke on my channel for like the last 2 years. when I had Helga Babushka on here, that one Filipina that turned coded on Passport Bros, she said the same thing. Chief Scribe, what's going on? Cloud Ninja. Yeah, the Turkish women are cool. But my experience with the men has not been so great. It's like every time I'm booked to sit next to a Turkish man, they over here trying to take up all the damn space. Like, we already sitting in economy, and then your big ass want to sit over here and like low key lean all into my space, and I'm trying to sleep just like you. Dino, what's going on, bro? Chris, what's going on? Hit that like button. We got 46 coming in. Yeah, man, don't worry about it, bro. I'm like that. That's why I was telling y'all when I lost my phone, man. I'm like, yeah, it ain't no big deal, bro. But show you some love on that one, man. Thank you for sending the $50 cash out, bro. But yeah, I lost my phone, you guys, so I'm not gonna be able to accept cash apps for real till I get back home.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
I don't know. Maybe I'll be able to download it when I get to Germany, but I'm not really sure. I'm gonna bring Passport Blueprint on, and oh man, Tony with the $50 super chat says, "I have learned to fly first class." Yeah, yeah. To be honest with you, after that experience with Turkish Airlines, I'm definitely considering it, man. Thank you so much. Got to get that brother the bomb.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
I think Jamal just hit you with 50.
Oh man.
And Jamal, thank you for the 50 on the Cash App.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So, see, we got 45 watching. Please hit that like button. The reason why, yeah, I know, Jeff. That's why I'm like, man, listen. Yeah, first class is very expensive.
Yeah, man.
Okay, guys. So apparently, while I was locked out on my account, me and Passport Blueprint did a collab last weekend in Brazil, and apparently, I guess we ruffled some feathers with what we said, and it was met with the typical response whenever we have this conversation. De-policing. Yeah, Jamal, we tired, man.
Jamal, I just got in this morning. I just arrived this morning from Brazil.
Right, and like, yeah, and I just got in last night. Oh my goodness, and wasn't able to sleep too much. I think I'm probably running on about 3-4 hours of sleep from last night. That's how much trouble I had trying to fall asleep. What we're gonna be discussing today is, I think, whenever we have this conversation, it kind of it gets misrepresented, and Preston said nobody cares. Let's ruffle some feathers. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. I'm gonna sit over here and I'm gonna get this out the way first, because Okay, here's my thing. Because I actually watched the live show with Austin and One Master Teacher, and he basically said something similar to, well, not similar to what I said, but he actually moved similar to how I move in terms of overseas. Um, when it comes to whether you're doing P4P or dating, One Master Teacher says he does both. I've admitted several times that I do both. Now, move how you want to move. Let me make that clear. Move how you want to move. Nobody's over here telling you what you should and shouldn't do. If you want to go overseas and just have your fun, so be it. All we were saying, and I don't see Trey in the chat, but shout out to Trey. Trey is the biggest, probably the biggest anti-depolicing person that watches my channel. Even he agreed with us on this. If that's all you're doing, don't affiliate yourself with Passport Bros. That's all it came down to. It's not about depolicing. It's about trying to protect the image of what Passport Bros is really supposed to be. This is the reason why when you go on my travel vlog channel, you see a little bit of everything. It ain't just about women. And people seem to get offended when we sit over here and say, don't go to these places, don't do this just for the women. Passport Bros is more than just about the women. This is why we go over cost of living, how much things cost, how much more convenient it is, and et cetera, et cetera. And I think some guys kind of get lost in that, and it's really, really annoying. And it's sad to see that there's clearly people that watch me that are passing this on to other guys who want to look at what we said is depolicing. And that's all I'm going to say on that for now, because I know Passport Blueprint has a lot to say. And I think what was said was probably targeted at, well, he says this. I think what was said from another content creator, literally minutes after we finished our live show, was probably in reference to him. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and let you take over and share your thoughts. You got it, man. If I don't know how you feel about name dropping in particular or whatnot.
No, I'm not gonna name drop the individual.
Huh?
First and foremost, I like keep my shit classy. Unless he starts something, then I'll start. But I ain't name dropping the individual. Plus, he changed his name again.
What?
So, yeah, he changed his name again. I'll talk to you offline on that one. But let me first start off to say, with Trey, I give Trey a lot of love. And I give him his flowers, even though we may bump heads on different issues and stuff, but we keep that shit classy. He keeps that shit real classy. I give a lot of props to Trey, because Trey wouldn't do that stupid stuff that happened. And, this is just an opinion. Okay? This ain't about hate. This ain't about nothing like that. We're just protecting the image of us, because that thing don't look cool. Because like me and Rome was talking about when we was in Brazil, look what's going on in Colombia, down in Medellin. Granted, it started off with a white guy trying to essay 3 kids, but it also expanded to us, and we had nothing to do with that. It included us. Why did it include us? Because the community started complaining about us. We had nothing to do with this whole mess that was going on in there, because everybody's taking what should have been in the dark and kept in the dark, and they're putting that stuff for clicks, likes, and views. And the majority of us is putting this stuff up are African Americans. And we got to protect our image. Because I'm going to tell you, if y'all haven't paid attention, our image is starting to suffer really bad. Case in point, let's take a look at what's going on in Fulton County, Georgia. That chaos that's going on with that rapper. There's a whole bunch of investigations going on that's going to be happening with that whole district attorney's office, the whole justice system. And that's all black people, bro. Because they're misusing the system. Not to mention, take a look at all these charges they're bringing on Trump. And if you look at the legal system, it's like these charges shouldn't have been brought up. Who's bringing it up? Us. Why? Whatever your feelings is, are we properly using the justice system? They're going to blame us for a lot of stuff, bro. However you feel. This is going to be, oh, they did it. That's what I'm trying to protect us from. And now with this whole, all these brothers going over there to ram on what, prostitutes, bro? Keep it real, bro. And yo, Rome, remember when we saw all those cops down in Copacabana Beach? I know the reason.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Well, why was that?
Something happened last year. And it spawned vigilantism. Yeah. And they went after the poor black men.
Vigilantes? They got vigilantes down there?
Yeah, because of the increase in crime. 25% increase. And there were some high profile incidents that occurred down there.
Wow.
So this is the stuff we're talking about, guys. Image. The image of us as a people. We got to protect. So that's why I'm like this. I don't care if you guys go overseas and do that stuff. Keep that stuff in the dark, man. And there's a lot of content creators that tell y'all this. Yo, shut up about this stuff. Y'all doing all this stuff for clicks, likes, and views. They put all that stuff just to get all that stuff. Look at what I'm putting out for you guys. And the stuff we're going to be putting out for Brazil, oh my God, you guys are going to just like go crazy. Because we collected so much cool stuff, bro. Y'all going to go bananas over this stuff. We really put some, and we didn't even like hit the tip of the iceberg for what we got. And we're going to give you that stuff in the next coming weeks. Oh my God. And plus, I'm going to start going live. I just haven't picked a live date when I'm going to do it because Rome influenced me to go live. Let me tell you something. The stuff that's coming to you guys, y'all going to love this stuff. But what are we pushing out here in these YouTube streets? Drama, all this stuff. You got dudes fighting in DR over 304s. You got dudes beefing with each other. You know, let me tell you, go on Black Man Travels and look for one of his videos. I forgot the name of it. Something about him leaving, you know, the YouTube space. and he talks about this stuff. You got guys beefing on this YouTube space over traveling and this and that. All this stupidness, man. For what? Clicks, likes, and views, all this other BS and stuff, drama. But yet and still, you see me dropping gems like a mother. And what do I get?
Exactly. We will. That's exactly what we're saying. That's exactly what we're saying.
All these people that sitting here talking about, oh, you don't travel for women, just validated exactly what these haters want. I wouldn't be surprised. They ain't nothing but ops for the haters. I wouldn't be surprised. But this, this collaboration that me and Rome did, I think, was really, really cool. I loved it. We did some good stuff, man. Y'all gonna have some good content coming your way. And once we piece it all up together, the footage and all this other stuff, y'all gonna love this, man. Y'all gonna really want to go down to Brazil and check it out. Because let me tell you, we had a great time. I'm gonna be going back there again. I'm gonna do a little bit of a food tour when I get back down there, and some other stuff. But like I said, man, we were just trying to just protect the image, because right now all you seeing is black men talking about box. That don't look good. And all we've been talking about is just Rio and Copa. We've talked about women, and they are drop dead gorgeous down there. But like I said, me and Rome ain't poo-tang whipped like some of these dudes are acting.
Yeah, because if I really wanted to, I could have partaken in that while I was down there. But
Absolutely.
Yeah, we both of us could if we wanted to. I mean, it's not hard to find, but
and trust me, you ain't getting no little nasty little scallywag and stuff with one tooth and stuff. You getting top quality.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie about that.
Right. Oh my God.
But I had a wonderful time. I enjoyed myself. It was a great experience. And if you remove yourself from that whole, oh, I'm down here for box type of stuff, let me tell you something, you'll have a way better time. And I had such a great time, and it was such a cool environment. Met some cool people down there. Even the people from the hotel, they waiting for me to come back, because I develop a good relationship with them. And I'm gonna do it, and I have videos for that, for the hotel, so you guys can book at this hotel. I enjoyed this hotel so much. It was a cool hotel. So that's my whole spiel about the whole thing. I unsubscribed from that individual because that was some BS. You don't do your subscribers like that. That was not that serious, and it wasn't directed towards you. So,
all right, we got a super chat here. Anthony Nelson, Passport Bro Visuals, $2 super chat says, "Can you shout out my channel, Big Bro?" Okay. I didn't know. I didn't know you even had it. Like, this is my first time hearing or seeing you, my brother. I'm like, is that the name? I'm guessing the name of your channel is Passport Bro Visuals. No, let me take a quick look, brother. Give me 1 second. Passport Bro Visuals. Okay. I see you just getting started. Yeah, you literally just getting started. Oh, okay then. Yeah, like it look like he just started posting a couple of days ago. Yeah, he got. I'm like, that's the name of his channel, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, show that brother some love, man. Thank you for the super chat, my guy. Yeah, but what y'all see on the screen, that's the name of his channel, bro. Go over there, show that brother some love and subscribe.
Yeah,
And like,
definitely.
give him some time because I know he literally just started posting like 2 days ago. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, you know, it's a slow climb, man, but you'll get there, bro. I'm like, shit, we still over here trying to get Passport Blueprint to 1,000, man, because it's criminal that he don't got it yet. Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for that, Alex. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to my whoa man.
Oh, damn.
Jeez, hold on. Hey, KMO, I know it's been a minute, but damn, bro. And KMO been saying, he's like, bro, I know it's been a while. I'm gonna look out for you, bro. Jeez.
Damn.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
I gotta give him 2 of those. Man.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
Ooh, man, and remind me to download the bomb explosion clip too. I got one more game, man.
Bang, bang, bang.
Shit like that.
Man, thank you so much, brother. Good Lord. Sheesh, man.
I think that's your biggest bum I've ever seen you, man.
Yeah, I think this is by far the biggest one. Sheesh, KMO, man. Thank you so much. Said just checking in, brother Rome. Big shout out to you, Passport Blueprint in the chat, spitting these facts and put these fools up on game. As a retired vet that spent most of my time overseas, it has always been beaten into our heads that we are ambassadors of the United States, man. Thank you so much, man. Also, thank you for your service, man, being the former vet, man. Thank you again, man. Jeez. And this is what I'm talking about, and that's what I'm talking about, guys. I'm like, I think, man, it really just comes down to image, man. That's what it is. It's like, because here's my thing: if that's all you going down there for, then you can't really sit over here and try to get mad when you hear people that are against the movement. Oh, y'all only go down there for bots, when it's literally guys basically out here giving out that perception.
Exactly.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? It's like the brother said earlier. It's like you got brothers out here that are literally validating what the haters are saying. You can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like how we complain about how women have this victimhood mentality. Essentially, it's the same thing. You want to be able to do what you want to do and play victim at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of the reasons, like I said before, this is one of the reasons why I'm so transparent. So that way, can't nobody sit over here and say, "Oh, well, you just." I'm like, well, because for one, I don't only participate in P4P, because I'm like, because like we mentioned earlier, we could have did that in Brazil easily. Because I'm like, because one of the places that was recommended for us to go to, I did a little bit of vlogging there, and only to come to find out that is one of the places where a lot of those women like to hang at. I'm like, and for real, we probably should have picked up on it a lot sooner, because one of the first things that I noticed was all they was playing was American music.
Yeah,
And
and I
then
got told it. I got told about the place, but it kind of slipped my mind. So it was, but
and the person that recommended to me, they just said that was a good place to meet women at, and they got a big screen, and music and good food and drinks and all that. So I thought it was like, a place where you can mingle with the locals. It's like, nah, when he said that's a place to meet women, he meant pros.
Yeah. Which, like I said, if that's your thing, cool. Because we started seeing brothers pop up there too.
Yeah, American brothers. And that was
Yeah.
another giveaway. That was another giveaway too.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, hold on, man. Cause when I was down there, I didn't come across too many American brothers. But once we got there, it was like another 3 or 4 that popped up. And I'm like, hold
Mm-hmm.
on. I haven't came across this many American brothers my whole time here. Me and Passport Blueprint go to this spot, and we done already came across 4 of them. I'm like, and one of them held a conversation with us for a minute. And was
Didn't really
asking us
go
questions.
anywhere.
Huh?
Didn't really go anywhere. And I was getting suspicious because I was like, are you here for Pride Month or what?
Oh man, I'm like, for real, I think it might have been his first time down there like us. But
Yeah, but we already had our thing planned out what we were going to do with tours and, collecting the stuff. And, we were just coming up with ideas and stuff, man. Like I said, we got some great footage and a whole bunch of other stuff, man, that we're going to be throwing out, man, this week. So, but and I like what Rome had came up with this suggestion while we was there. It's like we started looking at the restaurants with the band venues all along the strip of the beach that wasn't getting any light. Because let me tell you something, man, that we had a blast going over there. And the women were, ooh, man. And these weren't 304s.
right, these were regular. These were just regular chicks, man. They were good. God, I still can't get over those 2 that sat right next to us. I was like,
I can't go over the one you missed while we were walking down the strip.
oh my god, man,
The,
the one you was like, bruh, she literally has on dental floss, and she was tatted up.
literal. That chick
I'm like,
literally
I'm
was wearing
still mad.
dental
I wish I
floss.
would have saw her. Good God. Because I kind of saw it after we walked past. I'm over here like, damn, she looked like she naked. Like, what the hell going on? Bruh, y'all. I'm like, you gotta prepare yourself for Brazil because
Yeah.
the beauty is really on another level. Like I see why I'm starting to understand why more guys pick Brazil over Colombia when it comes to the women. I mean, and you'll see a lot of attractive women in Colombia, but man, I don't know. It just seems like Brazil, and maybe it's because of the fitness culture in Brazil being so high. Because even when you start getting into the city a little bit more and away from the beach, you still see like super high attractive women. Like, bro, you can go to a restaurant or a store and you'll find really attractive women. Dude,
Oh,
the
the
air oh
McDonald's.
right. Dude, oh my god. I'm on my way here, the airport. It was one of the ladies working security where you go to get your bag screen. I'm talking about one of the best bodies I've ever seen. I'm like, and mind you, she's in uniform, so she got on the slacks and the button down and whatnot. But you can, oh my god, I'm looking at her like, what? And it's like, oh man, I'm trying to say, I would say like, I want to say maybe about I will say maybe somewhere between 7 to 8 out of every 10 women that you see in Brazil is like above average or higher. That's probably.
That's a legit assessment.
I think that's probably the best way I can put it, you guys. And I'm talking like, nothing less than a 6. But you're gonna see a lot of 8s, a lot of 9. Like, goodness, man.
And that's including moms and grandmas.
Yeah, yeah. Even the 40, 50, and what look like 60-year-old women, even they fine
Yeah.
and fit.
Fine and fit. I kid you not, bro. There was 2 at the place we had dinner at, man. I looked at them, I was like, they were wearing all white. I was like, not freaking bad. Not bad at
Right.
all.
Matter of fact, I want to go on. I want to go on my because I want to tell those guys about that place because we really had a ball at that place.
Oh yeah, man. That place was just really, really kicking.
It was rocking. It was a lot of beautiful women there. They had a live band. Like, it was a vibe, bro.
But you know what had the best vibe? That one we filmed, Whole Garden, when we was walking back from down at Post 5.
Oh yeah, and
they were playing. That girl was rocking that mic, man.
Yeah, that live.
I will put that up in the short, guys. I'm gonna tell you something, man. You want to vibe out to some good to? Oh man, I felt.
Yeah, I was shocked because they were playing jazz music, y'all. I'm like, but it was just such a cool, chill vibe. Like,
think of it like this, guys. Good, smooth ass jazz on the beach. You got the sun setting, and you sitting back here with a drink in your hand, and you just vibing. Put yourself in that mood, man.
Yeah,
watch when you look at the video and stuff, and you'll get what I'm saying. That's why you don't always go. You don't go to places and chase for just box. Go there to chill, bro. Go there to vibe and stuff, bro. That's what I'm saying, Room. Purpose, bro. Purpose.
Mm-hmm. Like, the name of that place, damn, I hope I'm not butchering this. It's called Kiosque Praia Skull. That was the name of the place that we went to.
Yeah, with the food. Oh, and the food portion.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, bro. Look, me and him got fish and chips, bro. When I tell you when, hey, bro, they brought us our plates. Me and we was looking at each other. I was like, bro, I don't think we gonna be able to finish. I tried my best, bro. And let me tell y'all something, man. Hey, Passport Blueprint is a big man, bro, and even he couldn't finish. I'm over here like, bro, I'm stuffed. I'm like, and we had a couple drinks too.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but it was just such a chill vibe. It was like we kind of didn't want to leave because once, like, the longer we stayed, the more people were coming in. The live band started playing. It's women around us, you know, some coupled up, some by themselves, just jamming, rocking out, dancing to the music.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was just a vibe. I'm over here thinking to myself, this is what I'm talking about, bro. This is what it's about. It wouldn't have been nothing to meet a local woman in that, especially in that kind of environment.
Exactly.
Like
Preston,
we had some beautiful women sit right next to us. Like,
have beautiful women all over the place. Hey, Preston, I agree with you. It's the hookup culture that's destroying society. And you have to look at it like this. In Brazil, the 2 things you guys are going to need, you need to get yourself in shape and you need to learn Portuguese. I'm not saying totally be fluent, but be able to maneuver around there. That is a must, because you're not going to get those people that speak both. You're really not going to get that. Very far and few in certain places, but you really need to get that Portuguese down. I'm not kidding. And let me tell you, You don't have to be super buff. You have to be aesthetic or anything like that. But you got to be in shape. If you're going to play around the beach, you got to be in shape. Because one thing, I'm going to say something about that hookup culture and stuff. Scopolamine and GBH is prevalent down there. You just don't hear about it. But yeah, it's prevalent down there. Scoping and robbing does happen down in Brazil. One YouTuber called the Swedish Gringo, he got scoped and robbed a year ago. So he documented it on his channel. So go check that out. This happens, man. All right. iPhones, high commodity. iPhones are a very high commodity over there. Or phones in general, but especially iPhones. So you whipping out iPhones, taking pictures. Okay, you got a target on your back. And these are the things we were bringing out, and I'm going to do a video on that. But these are the things you guys need to be aware of. And this is what we were trying to say, because all these dudes are so blinded about the hookup culture and all this stuff and getting boxed. They're not paying attention to the potential dangers and consequences that could occur because you're in someone else's backyard. That's why we're bringing up certain things like vigilantism. You're messing with someone else. You're messing with another ethnic group's women. And there's some dudes, because I've heard this from Carlos Red. Shout out to him. His YouTube channel, he mostly covers Africa because his wife is Ethiopian. And he was telling me there was dudes going over there just to get boxed and stuff, trying to play in this whole polygamy thing. And they were skipping out on paying the prostitutes over there.
Wow.
Yeah. Now imagine you do that stuff over in Brazil. What do you think these dudes are going to do? Even down in some of those places in Africa, they don't like American black men. And see, that's a reputation. These are things you don't hear about. This is the stuff you don't hear about, and this is what we're trying to say. Trying to put that message out. But a lot of these cornballs, a lot of these people, you know, from the perverted posse and stuff like that, they don't want you to hear that stuff. I'm being real.
See, I got a super chat right here. And again, man, shout out to KMO, man. I appreciate that, brother. Jeff with the $10 super chat said, this is why I recommend getting to know expats that are known by locals. They will show you the best places to eat and hang out. I found the best restaurants talking to the locals. Yeah, that's very good advice, man. Facts.
That's fact.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking about it, man, but I wanted to make sure I got I got to my flight. Because dude, Brazil rush hour traffic is horrible, man.
Oh, Jesus.
Man, dude, that ride on the way to the airport, I'm over here like, damn. I'm like, damn, I might actually risk running a little late. So I'm over here trying to hurry up and check in and whatnot, man. I'm like, but good God, I'm like, the women that work at the airport alone is gonna prepare you for when you go out. It's gonna prepare you for when you go outside. If you haven't been to Brazil yet, wait till y'all go to the airport. Now I will say this though, because my first layover was in Sao Paulo. Still very attractive women, but I'd be lying if I couldn't tell there was like a slight bit of a drop off, like compared to Rio. Yeah. I mean, like it was still beautiful women everywhere. It just wasn't like Rio. Like Rio is kind of like Rio, like you'll have a sore neck by the end of the day. You'll wake up with a sore neck the next morning. When I was in Sao Paulo passport, not so much.
And mind you, this was winter. We didn't hit summer yet. We were
Right,
down there when it was winter.
right. Which ain't bad because it was like great weather. It was like 80 degrees every day. You know, it
Mhm.
wasn't too hot or too cool. If it did get too cool at night for you, all you really needed was like a jacket or a hoodie or something.
But we didn't
Like
even need that.
yeah, we didn't
Probably
even need that.
now it's getting colder and colder. You probably do need it, but
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, we were fortunate, man. We seen the hit it during a week where it was just pretty much like not too hot, not too cold the whole week. But yeah, you guys. Um that's all we really trying to say, man. It's not about de-policing, it's about image policing, if any.
yeah, I think
That-
that's a better word to say, image policing.
yeah, because like, dude, we really don't care. Like like we really don't care what you do with yours. Y'all know I live by a saying, who you fuck don't make me come.
Thank you.
But at the same time, y'all know there are guys out there that are going down there strictly for a box, and they are using the passport bro movement as a way to, how can I say, camouflage, so to speak. And it's like, instead of just being, and I think and to be honest with you, I think the real reason why those guys in particular don't want to be honest about it is because they know it's really not the best look. And my thing is this: if you feel the need to go over here and do a live show literally right after me and Passport Blueprint have a conversation about it, y'all know the saying, hit dogs holler. If the only reason why you go to Brazil is for box, or excuse me, let me rephrase this. If you go to Brazil for more than just pros, you shouldn't have had a problem with what was said. You shouldn't have felt the need to go live and say, "Oh, y'all de-policing." Why are you so triggered by what was said? Is it because that's all you go down there and do? I'm just saying. I'm like, dude. I'm like, dude. Does that make sense to anybody else?
I'll tell you what makes sense. What's the definition of a passport, bro? Guys going over to find relationships, i.e., marriage and stuff like that. Someone tell me the definition of a sex tourist?
Mm,
Okay. What sounds more appealing to put on social media and all this stuff? Passport bro or sex tourist?
exactly.
So when you talk about hate, let's go take an inner look about self-hate. How come you guys ain't calling yourself sex tourists? You meet the definition.
Uh-huh.
Be proud of it. Freak it. Women do that stuff in Jamaica and all the Caribbean islands. They do it, with hedonism and stuff like that.
Right.
That's pretty much sex tourism.
Yeah, you don't see those women calling themselves passports, sis.
Yeah. Going on. Go own the shit. If you're a sex tourist, you're a sex tourist. Own it.
See, I'm like, and this is one of the reasons because YouTube, there's a YouTube content creator that goes by Big Boss, and he's spent time in Thailand. And I know when my channel first started growing, I did an interview on his channel. And him and Kings and Dreams recently did a collab talking about this as well. And this is why I respect Big Boss, man, because he kept it a buck. Like he kept it a buck. He said, I go for the women. He said I am a mongerer. He admitted to this.
Shout
And they
out to
were
him
talking
for being honest.
and he was talking about the differences between that and what being a passport, bro. And him and Kings and Dreams they did a whole collab about this. So I appreciate that this brother had the balls to just say, call it what it was. And he ain't sitting over here trying to hide behind the whole passport bro movement. However, he does support the movement. But he admits, hey, like this is the only reason. He said this is the only reason why I travel. I'm not gonna sit over here and try to, you know what I mean, try to paint this picture like, oh no, I'm doing all this. Like he said no.
You
I'm like,
know,
and I wish more guys that are only going for those reasons would just be man enough like he did to just call it what it is. And
you
I'm
know,
like, and that's why you don't hear anybody trying to talk shit about him. The same way that don't know why is can't nobody really talk shit about me. It's like if you're transparent, can't nobody really talk down on you. I'm like that's kind of the whole point. Cause when Travel with Paul tried to come for me, I'm like, that pretty much came and went. You ain't really seen nobody talk about me since. Because they're gonna get the same result as Travel with Paul did.
mhm.
Not a whole lot of nothing.
Yeah, it's like I said, these are things you keep in the dark. You don't put this shit to the light, bro. Certain things, we don't give a rat's ass. If you do it, you do it. But shut up about it.
Tony, I like this I like what you're saying right here, brother. Say my understanding of a passport pro is being unhappy with the system and moving to another country to get out of that system. I like that. I like that. That it kind of sounds like what Andre from Andre and Andrea Love Cross the
Yeah,
Border would say.
but Tony, the actual urban dictionary definition is about relationship.
Mhm.
That's where it started. But yeah, there's been some things about dealing with the system and all that stuff. But yeah, but to each his own. But for me, like I'm a world traveler, dude. I'm gonna be honest with you because I've been traveling before this whole passport thing blew up, and I don't go to certain places just for this, that, and the other. I'm gonna spend a little bit more time in Brazil because I'm planning on getting a piece of property down there, whether it be a home or a condo. I haven't made up my mind yet, but that's my goal. So I'm doing a lot of research and checking out areas and things like that. So I have to go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's why when I went down there, this initial trip, I got my CPF. Now, if you guys don't know what a CPF is, it's basically like a social security number. So I got that. It just came in the mail the day you left. No, the day after you left Rome, I got it in the mail. So, yeah, because a lot of people from the States are getting that. Um, and you can apply for it here. I have we have a special guest and on this journey, and that was another YouTuber, Hanata Lopez. She helped me get my CPF. So we did a show on that, and I'm gonna show you that on my channel how we went through the process of getting the CPF. But I got that, and you need that for if you're gonna buy anything down there, as far as property or car or whatever. You need the CPF.
Hell, I'm like even if you want to order food, some places y'all order food from to get food delivered to you, they're gonna ask for a CPF. There were certain restaurants I was trying to order from, and they were asking for a CPF. I'm like, damn, are you serious?
Yeah, because
So the
I
so I
think it's
was
used
so
for taxes.
So there were certain places that I were like limited from having food brought to me as far as having food delivered to me. I'm like, that part kind of sucked. I was like, damn, you got to have a CPF for that?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm like, that CPF is a lot more important than you guys realize, especially if y'all are considering Brazil as a place to be at long term.
Exactly. So there's a lot of things I'm going to be doing, and a lot of stuff is going to be put on the Patreon channel once I go down there again and do more research and more talking to people, interviewing, and we're getting a lot of that stuff set up behind the scenes. So as a content creator, guess what I'm doing? I'm going back and forth to Brazil to set things up for you guys to get information, not sitting over here just getting boxed and showing backsides and all that stuff. You're getting information from me, just like you always gotten information from me. You know,
And I just want to say, man, it's plenty, and I mean plenty of women to see when y'all get down there, man. So, like, it ain't that deep, man. I'm like, once you get down there, you're gonna be like, whoa, you're gonna be a little bit overwhelmed, man. So,
you know a little bit about it, you will. But Chief Subscribe 913, I wish I can pronounce the actual word. It's in Spanish, what CPF stands for. But basically, it's consider it like a social security card. It's like basically like how we use our social security number for when we have to use for documents to open up bank accounts and buy homes and stuff like that. That's what that number is for. You're going to be issued a number so you can use that. That's what it's basically used for. I just don't know what it stands for. I'm starting to learn it. It's a Portuguese word. It's the P is a Spanish word for physical, as the physical person. I forgot what it stands for, but like I said, my Portuguese sucks, so I can't really do that.
yeah, Tony. I'll be covering stuff like that a little bit more on my travel vlog channel. I'm like, I actually do try to cover that a little bit on my travel vlog channel. Like I said, I try to cover a little bit of everything. Like whenever I make mistakes, like the time I went to the wrong airport in Bangkok. Oh God.
Oh, we got to tell them about some of the mistakes we made. There was a bunch of technical mistakes we had. Even me. I had a whole bunch of technical mistakes. I was like, about Rome and his issues and stuff. I was having a bunch of camera issues. A bunch. I brought in the wrong port. So I managed to download those footage from the DJI. They were there. That was cool. But I had a bunch of technical issues. So Rome wasn't the only one that had issues when we were over there. So yeah, that's it. That's it, Tony. That's what it stands for. That's what CPF stands for.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Appreciate that, Tony.
Appreciate that, Tony. But yeah, but it was a good experience, and we managed to bounce through those difficulties. One thing I'm going to mention for you guys, and this is, I don't care if you're a monger or not, when you go to these hotels, they will charge you if you bring someone up, because that's what they did. Because when we did a live stream, I had to pay to have Rome come up to do the live stream with me. They charged 150 reais. And that is because of the fact dudes are bringing 304s up in these hotels.
Doing the math, that's $30.
Yeah.
Damn. Mm-mm.
Yeah. So think about that, man. So that's another reason you have to be careful about, with this whole 304 thing, because now they're charging people. And I talked to my the concierge downstairs. He told me the whole scoop. He even subscribes to my channel now because he wants to, because I did some shooting of the hotel and stuff. So he wants to see how that comes out. But yeah. So not only you paying for her, you got to pay for her to come up to your room. Then you got to go pay for her cab service and all this other stuff. And if you think you're going to be doing that every night while you're there, wow, that adds up.
Yeah.
And what's the rate for these young ladies, Rome?
Yeah, because I was gonna say, because one woman in particular who I came across, very, very attractive, by the way. 500 reais for 1 hour, 1,000 if you want her to spend the whole night with you, which is, go out, come back to the room, have your fun. She'll stay over, leave the next morning. Yeah. 1,000 reais, that is, let me do the math. That is about
200 and
it's about 250.
Yeah.
About $250, y'all. 1 hour, 500. That's about $100. So if if you want that GFE, just understand you probably gonna come off somewhere between 300 to 400 easy. If y'all go out to eat, maybe grab a few drinks, you're gonna have to pay for her to come up to your room on top of paying her
and paying for her ride to go home and all that stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna add up, you guys. So
yeah. And then on top of that, keep in mind, if you're traveling down there for that stuff, you're going to have to include airfare, hotel, your transportation, all that stuff that comes with it. That doesn't come separate. That comes with it because you're traveling for that. That's not an incidental. That's your purpose. Your purpose is for box. So right now, why are you traveling over to Brazil for that type of box? Doesn't make any sense. Spending $3,000 for just even for one 304, that's what, 3,000. My God.
yeah, Tony, whenever you're ready, just email me, brother. I'll tell you what I know about the Philippines.
And then on top of that, good point. The whole scopolamine and GBH and stuff, that's what they're doing. So now you put yourself at risk.
Yeah, because that actually popped up while we were down there.
Yeah.
They sent out an alert to foreign travelers like, hey, they're starting the same thing that's going on in Colombia with the drugging and whatnot. It's starting to rise. It's starting to rise in Brazil as well. So just be aware, guys. Just be aware, man. Be careful. And that's crazy because I was always under the impression that Brazil was supposed to be safer than Colombia. So when I heard that while we were down there, I was like, oh shit.
That's why I understand now that there's all those damn cops down there.
Mm-hmm.
And there were several agencies. Federal, military, civilian, and then there's this one called GEO that were down there. Several different agencies, all in that Copacabana region. All over. it's and they was like not far from where you were at, because where the hospital at, go further down the block, Popo was down there. And I think that was the Federal. I had one that was about a block away from my place where I stayed at. I think KMO wants to jump on.
Yeah, I was gonna say I thought he said he couldn't come on because I was gonna let him come on, but I thought he said he couldn't come on because
Mm-hmm.
he said his internet wasn't hooked up or something. KMO, are you good to come on? Because I know earlier you said something about your internet not being hooked up. Let's see.
Flying Rich, they're doing whatever, man. All I know is scopolamine and GBH are the two drugs they're doing right now. What are the other drugs they're doing? I don't know. All right, Tony, you have a good one, bro.
All right, man. Yeah, Tony. Yeah. Whenever you ready, just email me about the Philippines. I'll fill you in on what I know. KMO, if you can come on, and the link is only for KMO. If oh, okay, all right. I just dropped the KMO because I didn't know if he was able to come on or not. I'll let you speak for a minute. Like, cause I'm like, I don't want to be on here too much longer. We already like a little over an hour.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, oh, we just can't cam up. Oh, okay. All right, that's
Okay.
cool, bro. That's fine. I'm like I dropped the link, man. So, but yeah, again, you guys, you know what I mean, just to make sure that we clear on that, man.
Yeah, man.
Dude, ain't nobody trying to de-police y'all, bro. Like,
It wasn't
no,
that serious for someone to go do a freaking video and then come at us like that. And
I mean, like I'm talking like it's this bad, right? Okay, look. After we finish the live, now mind you, I'm only a 15-minute walk, like less than a 15-minute walk away from where Passport Blueprint was staying at, right? I'm literally turning the key into my to walk into my room, and I get a call from Passport Blueprint and said, "Bro, they are over here doing a live show about us already." I'm like, dude, I literally just walked in my room already.
yeah,
So we're talking not even 20 minutes later. Not even 20 minutes later is somebody else already doing a live show about the live show we just finished having. And we and hold on, we our live show was pretty that was a pretty long live show. I think we were on for about 3 hours, weren't we?
yeah, it was 3 hours. That was some real Keisha shit that was going on, though. That was some real Keisha shit. They exposed themselves. We saw who was in the chat and all that other stuff, and they was the ones that were just on our live. Hey,
Yeah.
KMO.
Hey, what's happening, man? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah. Loud and clear,
Hey,
brother.
brother Rome, what's happening, man?
What's going on, brother, man? Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming on.
It's a little fuzzy with the area where I'm at. How you doing, brother?
I'm doing good, man. Dealing with a little bit of jet lag and lack of sleep. Kind of
Yeah, a
had a
lot of
bad,
stuff. Yeah, oh yeah, that's the norm. That's the norm.
but
That's the norm. Shout out to you. Shout out to Passport Blueprint, man. You know, peace to both of you brothers, man. I'm telling you, look, it's a done deal here in the U.S., man. Like we honestly don't even need to even keep having the conversations about it. It's done. Like it's done. So I heard you mention Andre from Andre and Andrea,
Andrea.
Love Crosses Borders. You know, I'm subscribed to his channel, or their channel rather. And you know, I've been overseas for a long time. You know, I've been all over the world, from Southeast Asia all the way over to Europe. I've been to South America. I've been to Colombia, Panama. You know, I've been to Puerto Rico, every Mexico. You know, throughout my time in the service, you know, I was actually stationed in San Diego, and I've been down to Mexico like plenty of times. You know, so the the culture, I think, is, you know, as far as like is how poisonous it is here, has spread out like to so many different countries here in the Western world, that this is the reason why folks are actually getting up and leaving. You know, I've worked with folks who have been, say, you know, being stationed overseas, who have gotten married, and they're just like, we're just not coming back. We're not coming back here to the US. That's the true essence of what the passport bro movement is. It's not all this other crap about people, you know, just traveling to, you know, get boxed or do this and that and the other. It's like, no, they're looking for new lives, not just wives. You know, that's what Andre said on his channel. Like when I watched one of his live streams like a while back, you know,
Yep.
people get the game twisted and they try to form like these different narratives and everything. No, it's like, I'm looking to leave and I'm not coming back. Period. That's what it is. I'm not coming back here. It's like I'm down here in Georgia right now, and when you look at like it's more than just the women. It's the quality of the food, the cost of living. You know, when you take a look at the rates of inflation, how everything is like sky high right now. Although I can still afford it, but it's not just about the women. And I think that that's where people get this movement really twisted, because they don't really understand what it actually is. It's like, no, I've experienced what the culture is like in Japan and in South Korea and in Thailand and in the Philippines and in Spain and in Italy and Greece and in Poland and all these different places that I've been. You know, in Australia. Well, granted, yeah, Australia's kind of been tainted with like a lot of feminism and stuff like that over the last several years, but that's what it is. Like the true essence of this actual movement is to leave and literally not come back. That's what it is. It's not this, oh, I'm just going to go and find a girl, find a wife or whatever, and then bring her back here. No, that's not what this movement is about. That's absolutely, it's absolutely a falsehood. And I will tell you this right now. So I've been following your channel for, I think, maybe well over a couple of years now, because I will tell you this, when Kevin Samuels passed away, within the first 2 to 3 weeks afterwards, I started seeing all of these different videos and these channels pop up in my feed. And I was just like, where's this coming from? I was like, oh, okay. And so I started connecting dots. And so when he passed away, now all of a sudden it's like you have all of these different channels and stuff popping up with brothers and, well, just men in general, really, but primarily brothers that are looking to actually leave. And that's just it. Start traveling. Traveling is the first part, but to leave permanently, that's kind of like the grand stage of things.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I know that you're up there in I think Cincinnati.
Yeah.
That's where you're originally from, right? Yeah. You know
Yes,
what I'm
sir.
saying? Midwest. You know, most of my folks are from Detroit. You know, although you know most of us, a lot of us are down here, down south right now. But you know, but most, you know, a lot of us are just looking at like, okay, well, we see what we have here. Now it's time, yeah, it's like it's time to roll out. And I can say that because I've been traveling internationally ever since I was 18 years old, and I'm 43 now. So
Mm.
you can really kind of gauge in terms of what everything is, as far as like, okay, well, what do I have here? And what have I actually experienced everywhere else? And what I've actually experienced everywhere else, it's no comparison. Seriously, it's no comparison. So it's like a zero sum game. You don't have to worry about all the all the other BS. Well, I'm going to keep it YouTube friendly, but you don't have to worry about all the other BS overseas. I've never had any harassment from any police officers in any country that I've visited. I've never had any food poisoning. I've never had to worry about any of these other things that a lot of people experience here. That's what I'm getting at.
Mhm.
So when people talk about this movement, it's not simply just dudes getting up and getting on a plane and going elsewhere. It's like, no, we are literally looking to leave permanently. That's what it is, and that's what I'm working on now. It's nothing. It's nothing now. Nothing against. This is the country that I served for well over 20 years. I wore the uniform for a long time, but when it comes to these things where we're looking at, like, okay, well, how is the culture? How is the food? How is the cost? What is the cost of living? How are the women like? There's a whole slew of different factors that come into this realm that a lot of people really don't understand, because I've seen the narratives over the last maybe year and a half or so of, oh, he's a passport bro. Yeah, he was just out there to get boxed. He was out there to do this and that. No. Like, no, people try to twist narratives and they try to form narratives and stuff. And because we have the internet now, that a lot of people try to, they, everybody has a voice now because of the internet, and that's what it is. But what I'm simply saying, like, hey, once it's time for me to pack my stuff up because I have some family stuff that I have to take care of here, it's like when I'm gone, I'm gone. I'm not coming back. I'm not looking to bring anybody back. That's the true essence of what this movement actually is. If you're somebody that just travels, then you're just traveling. That doesn't mean that you're a passport, bro. That just means that you're just traveling. But if you look at somebody like Andre, for example, he lives in Colombia with his Colombian wife. That is what it is. That's the true essence of what this movement actually is. And that's just coming from me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, I'm a huge supporter of your channel, man. Shout out to you, Passport Blueprint, and the chat and everybody. But that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's nothing more, nothing less. It's like we're looking to leave and leave permanently and not come back here. That's what it is. So I digress.
Mhm. Yeah, man, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
I agree with that wholeheartedly. I really do.
Yeah.
Let me get this super chat real quick and passport proof. I'll let you chime in. Anthony Nelson with the $2 super chat says those other countries not letting feminism win. Facts, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Facts, man. Like, shout out to Trey in the chat. I see you, brother. I'm like, did you want to chime in on that passport blueprint?
Yeah. I think right now we create terminologies that intersect with each other, because I was looking at some of the comments in the chat, and
Yeah.
it do kind of intersect with,
especially Trey.
yeah, I know, Trey. Trey, I love you, dude. But, and it's not that, either KMO or Trey are wrong and stuff like that. I think it's just a lot of stuff just starting to intersect with each other.
Yeah.
My whole thing is that I think it was originally for the women in the terms of relationship, the true essence of having a relationship, but to eventually lead down to just staying overseas. You know, I think there's nothing wrong with either expat or being a passport bro if you going to stay overseas, or there are some passport bros who brought their wives back to the United States. Um, I know a few of them that have done that. But the thing is, it's not about box. That's the key thing. It was never about box. And that was the whole uh thing that we wanted to push out. And I know, Trey, you came to the conversation late. I gave you your flowers in the beginning of this conversation because we got roasted by somebody after that live stream we had when we was in Brazil. And and you know, and we brought you up, you know, we brought your name up because I know we've personally have had these conversations before. And I gave you your flowers because you personally, we kept it within the realm and you kept things classy. And you know, we can disagree, we can agree to disagree on things, but you know, we kept things professional. This person was somebody I recommended when he started his channel. He came out of his left field and started taking personal attacks without mentioning names. But he did this right after we did our live stream because he was either watching or somebody was doing the Keisha move and just went after us. So that's why this show is happening. And this is why we kind of responding, and we're going to respond tactically just to fill you in, Trey. But I gave you your flowers. So when you look back at it, I gave you your flowers because I know you wanted the big anti-D policers out there, but we can always agree to disagree, you know. But as far as us, we're just tired of the whole thing that's going on with the scamming, the lying, the cheating, and all this other stuff that goes on in these relationships. And there's some of us that just want to just do the right, you know, just have a normal life and normal relationships, and we're finding that overseas. So why not go overseas to find that, then be part of that? You know, if you're not going to give it to me here, I'm going to go someplace else and get it. So that's what I think this whole passport bro movement is about. It's, you know, you put these nice guys in the friend zone while you're dating America's Most Wanted. So, and then when you get tired of America's Most Wanted, 3 kids later, you want the nice guy to go pick up the tab and stuff. No, that's not fair to him. So let's get these guys overseas, let them be happy. This passport was the key to get you out of that. And that's what we're doing. We, you know, hey, there's beautiful ladies out there that'll treat you right, you know, and they're nice, they're friendly, you know, just, it's never about box, bro. And dudes who's talking about going over there for box, you know, that's your business. I ain't de-policing, but let me tell you something. I wouldn't put that out there on social media for your boss to find it. Because with narratives, like Camo said about narratives, people can take narratives and twist it around. And I've seen the narrative of what they did with the passport bros and twist it around. Imagine what they can do to you. Oh, he's going over there. He's dealing with, you know, 304. So maybe he's a S trafficker or some stuff like that. You know, or maybe he's into the, you know, they start using negative terminologies and stuff. That's what I'm talking about.
Right. Hey man, Trey's silly as hell, bro.
I know, Trey. I saw that.
He said, I prefer cognac and a cigar. Yeah, I don't know what's the deal with this troll that keeps popping up in the chat saying he a proud Trump supporter. Okay, man.
Yo,
Hey, if you support Trump, cool,
Ma,
man.
get rid of him. I can't do it from here. Get rid of him.
I'm like, okay. Like you just keep popping up like proud, like he could keep going to different channels. I'm a proud Trump. Okay, so Like that ain't got nothing to do with what the hell we talking about. That's so random. I'm like, my moderator's doing a good. They
Yeah,
must be they must be doing a real good job blocking them, because he keeps going to a different channel and bringing up the same thing. So yeah, moderators just keep blocking and whoever
yeah,
that is, man. That's weird.
yeah. So, myself also former military. Um, I've traveled, and I've even lived overseas as a civilian. And let me tell you something. And the women overseas just a lot more friendlier. And I think
Mm-hmm.
with this experience, Brazil has been the seventh country I've been to. Um, I added up, and let me tell you, I'm gonna tell you just to tell you a story that happened to me while I was in Brazil. I went to this one store to get something. Like I said, you got to know Portuguese, guys. That's important. At least some of the basics. I ordered something, and I'm skittish. I don't know what I'm ordering, and I don't know how much money I'm giving to this person. Am I getting scammed or anything? Oh, it was a sweet little old lady working behind the counter. She gave me what I gave. A couple days later, another lady was behind the counter, and I'm ordering, and then that same lady came out and she gave me the thumbs up. So I was like, then she gave me a big hug for no reason. She just gave me a big old hug, and that was really sweet because she remembered me, and that's the stuff you want to bridge, that community thing. Because I bet you if I go back over there a couple months later, she's probably going to recognize me a little bit. It's those little magical little moments that makes you feel good. Or if I go back to the same hotel that I went to, they're going to remember me, because I'm going to say, yeah, I was here a couple months ago. And say, yeah, I remember you. It's those little things. Even the hotel staff, they were just wonderful towards me. It was just really cool, a really cool experience. And those are the things you need to focus on, not box. Those people will get you the true women that you need because you bridging those relationships. And like KMO said, we are ambassadors to the US. And you have to keep that in mind when you're overseas. And these dudes are sitting here, mongering and all that other stuff. They're not ambassadors, man. They're going to actually ruin it. No, I'm not throwing any shade or whatever. But like I said, when you're in another country, you got to go in as an ambassador. You're representing the United States, and you're also representing your people, your culture. And you got to come out in a certain way, man. If you don't come out a certain way, you tarnish it. You tarnish America, you tarnish your people. However it looks like, man. So I'd rather take the ambassador route because when you come in as ambassador, you don't know what else you can get. You can get a lot more than just blocks. That's
Yeah,
just
that's the truth.
mm-hmm. Go ahead,
On
KO.
PB, are you
Go ahead. Go ahead.
no, so yeah, it's it's very very simple. It's like you show up to a new place because every time that I've traveled, I've always traveled alone for the most part, and the first couple of days is like me walking around, just trying to get a feel for like, okay, well, the environment that I'm in. I interact with a few people, and next thing you know, it's like I have relationships like in different countries where they're practically family now, and they're just asking like, hey, yo, when you coming back? When you coming back? When you coming back? I was, I'm just like, hey, I got some stuff I got to take care of here at home. But when it's, but when the time is right, guess what? I'm gonna be there. I'm going to be there. So you don't have to worry about like, all the stuff that I'm dealing with. It's like, no, I'm a military man. I deal with my own stuff and I handle it the way that I see fit, and things are actually getting done, because that's what we are, as far as like military vets and everything. We just get stuff done. We do what we need to do, and then we move on. It's just that simple. It's not like a complex algorithm or anything like that we have to solve, or some no it's we move the way that we move, and once it's all said and done, then I'll just show up and I'm just there. And now it's going to be a festive time, but a lot of the folks don't know the things that I've gone through, or what you have gone through, or what Rome has gone through. But at the same time, it's like, okay, hey, once the time is right, boom, now we hit that button, and then it's time to move. It's time for us to go on ahead and do whatever it is that we choose to do. So for me, I'm looking at moving over to Poland.
Oh, that's a good place. That's a good
One
spot.
of the most unorthodox places, but I got folks there that are my family, dude. Like they are looking and checking on me like almost every other day, asking like, okay, hey, when you coming back? Okay, well, hey, we got this set up for you. Once you're ready to come, then boom, it's all good. It's all good. I don't have to worry about a damn thing. And it's been like that because I've seen it. I've experienced it. Once you experience that, once you experience that level of love and respect, and just generosity and everything, it's just like, well, what am I going to go back? Like, what am I coming home back to? I'm like, okay, I come home back to like, oh yeah, hearing gunshots and this, that, and the other. I don't have to worry about that over there. I've never had a single incident with any in every single country that I've been. Not a single incident with any form of law enforcement. I come back here, boom, pulled over twice, just to check, because I do have like a nice car, but I'm just like, what the? I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm back in the U.S. I had to really kind of re-gear my mind to really understand, like, oh, okay, yeah, I'm back in the U.S. I'm back in the U.S. But overseas, when I was in Japan, all throughout Southeast Asia, when I was in Europe, no problems. But here, I'm like, so there are a whole lot of different factors that people are not taking into consideration when it comes to folks who have actually been to these different places and they've experienced the culture. They know what it's like. They just simply don't know. They're just, a lot of Americans, we live in a bubble. Well, a lot of us do, and very small percentage of us actually have passports. I only had 4 orders of business. 4. Once I retired, I said I'm going to get my travel claim done so I could get reimbursed. I'm going to get my driver's license renewed. I'm going to get my military retirement ID, and I'm going to get my passport. Those were the top 4 things that I needed to take care of when I retired. That was it. That was it. And then, of course, life comes into play. Things, there are things that you have to take care of. But I know what the main goal is, and it's me leaving, and I am not coming back unless it's an emergency. I'm not coming back. So don't get that. So for people out there that try to form all this crap talking about, oh, you want to bring this girl back, this, that, and other. No, I'm looking to leave and not come back. And so many of my folks have done it. So many of my folks have done it. They're married to, in Japan. It's like, yeah, well, I ain't going back to the States. Nope. I got folks from Texas, here in GA, that they went to Japan, never left. Never left. You hear me? Never left.
I like that. That kind of sounds like Frank down in the Philippines when he went down there for vacation.
You know how many
That-
retired because my branch of service was the Navy. So you know
yeah.
how many retired naval veterans I saw like in the Philippines and Thailand. You know, with long ass hair and beards and stuff like that. Come on now.
Mm.
They found a spot. It was like, oh, okay, yep, this is it. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I ain't going back.
So
Yeah.
that's good.
And they just live their lives. You know what I'm saying? They are not coming, dude. They are not coming back here. They've had the experience in growing up in the in the American environment and everything. They've earned their money. They whether they served the country or did something else as like maybe civilian contractors or whatever. They ain't coming back here. They are not coming back here. They that American dollar is going to be stretched elsewhere. It's not going to be here. And I'm doing the same thing. Well, at least I'm trying to get. Yeah, I'm working on getting there. Because I'm here in the U.S. But once it's all said and done, you don't have to freaking. It's like, dude, no. It's like no. It's sitting on the beach every day or sitting at a cafe, like if you're in Spain or Italy or wherever or Greece, having a coffee and stuff. You wouldn't even you would not have even thought that the 2008 economic crisis would have even hit any of these countries because they so chill. They lay back. They just have like a different thought process than what we have here, and that's what it is. That's exactly what it is. It's not this whole thing to where I have to do this and that. No, they're just like, all right, well, yeah, all right, well, I lost my job. Well, I'm still gonna have my coffee at the freaking cafe in the morning. A little toast or whatever. Like that's just the norm. That's the norm. It's none of this other BS that so many folks have to deal with and thinking. And I've seen so many homeless people since I've been back. I've seen like just a lot of people struggling,
Mm.
and I've helped out quite a few people, but I'm like, look, I'm like, yo, this is not it for me. I know for a fact. I knew well over 20 years ago that this was not it for me. And that's one of the reasons why when I joined the service, I said the very first chance that I get to go overseas, be stationed overseas, I'm going to stay overseas is for as long as I can. That's it. And throughout my experience, that's what has happened. That is what has happened. It opened my eyes to like a whole new different world. And another thing that people get twisted to is not every country outside of the United States is third world. No, you've never been to Japan. If you've ever been to Japan, guess what? Japan is very much a first world country. Singapore, a very much a first world country. Like
Mhm.
people do not, people just don't get it. Like because they live in this bubble. You ever
Mhm.
been to Germany before? Have you ever been to Poland before? Poland, once upon a time, may have been considered third world. Guess what? One of the best places to live.
Now
Where the States live.
they're directing that towards the Latin American countries and Southeast Asian countries as third world, which is
Yeah.
not true
Yeah,
because Brazil,
because they've never been there. They've never
Yeah.
been to these countries to actually see. Like they've never been there. I'm like, dude, get it. Like, don't get it twisted. Like, don't get the game twisted. It's like, no, there are plenty of countries where you can go to where there is freedom. There is freedom of thought, freedom of expression, all this other stuff and whatnot. I don't really get into politics and stuff like that, but I simply say, like, hey, find a spot that's good for you. And once it's time for you to move, guess what? Make sure that make sure that you're able to afford to bring your stuff over because it's there. It's there. Like whatever spot fits you, just go and just live spend the rest of your days. And then once, thousands of years from now, they start digging up ruins and everything, and they'll see like, oh, okay, who was this dude? Oh, yeah, he was, this is Rome. Oh, okay, yeah, he was from where? Cincinnati, Ohio. What is he doing down in Brazil, or what is he doing over in Southeast Asia, or whatever? That's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? But it's literally about like just leaving and saying like, okay, hey, this is my country. This is where I was born and raised. But when it's time for me to leave, I gotta go, and that's all. So
Mhm.
big shout out to you fellas, man. Rome, honored to talk to you, man. Honored to speak to you. Passport Blueprint. But I got some stuff I got to handle. I guess family, family related. But you brothers take care of yourselves, and I'm just gonna go ahead and blaze out. Take care. Yeah, it's about 11:30. Yeah, 11:30 here at night. But you know what I'm saying. But much respect to the both of you. Much respect to the chat, and you brothers take care of yourselves, man.
All right, man. Thank you, man.
Right.
Appreciate you coming on, brother.
Thank you,
Appreciate you, man.
KMO.
No, it's all good, man. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, he
Oh,
brought us some very interesting points and stuff like that. And and you guys in the chat as well brought in some interesting points. And this is where we can agree, disagree, and stuff like that. And that's totally fine. But when you call someone out on another live, that's some bullshit. That is some super bullshit. And or because, like I said, um, or because you disagree with, someone's opinion about what they think about what guys should be traveling for, didn't call for you to come out alive and start chewing our asses out. I didn't appreciate that at all. And like I said, again, with Trey, me and Trey, we bump heads, but we always kept it professional. We always kept it, our opinions are opinions, and we walk out of here with love. That was some bullshit that happened. And like I said, that was some real Keisha shit that happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was real Keisha shit.
Because there was a couple of people that were in the chat when me and him collabed in Brazil, and when Passport Blueprint pointed out the who was doing the live show, I was looking at the chat. I was like, bro, it's a couple people that were in the chat when me and you were just live that are in that chat now. I'm wondering if that's how he caught a hold of our live show. So it's like, but like I said, it was crazy because like, dude, literally, like I said, I'm like less than a 15-minute walk away from Passport Blueprint. And this man is literally calling me 20 minutes later. I'm literally turning the key to walk in my room. And he's like, bro, he said so-and-so over here talking shit about on the live we just had. I'm like, oh my God.
And we supported and we jumped and we supported this new subscriber because he was about that, and we're not going to mention his name because we're not going to give him light, and plus he just changed his name again. But someone's gonna refer this video back to him, and he ain't gonna like it. I don't give a shit. I'm not here. Let me explain something to you guys. I'm not here for this internet beef. I don't play that bullshit. All right, I got a short fucking fuse.
Yeah, same here.
Remember when we was in Brazil and these dudes was like, when we was me, you, and Hinata, we were going to the church.
Yeah,
Guys, I had to blow up on one of these dudes, man, because it was like, yo, dude, you're nagging the hell out of me.
right.
I had to get boisterous, man. I had to get boisterous because it was like, if it ain't one person out of your crew, after we had said no, y'all should have got the goddamn message. No, another one is going to come out and do the same thing, and then another one is going to come out and do the same thing. At that point in the time, right now, I had to just shoot. I just had to open up my mouth. I didn't care if they understood the language or not. I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah,
especially when we got a tour guide with us.
Right.
And some of y'all don't know Hanaka Lopez. She's a tour guide.
Right.
You know, she has her own little company. She does tours, and she was giving us the tour. And we were going up to Christ Redeemer because we had just came from the steps, the tile steps, and now we're going over to Christ Redeemer to do, you know, some shooting over there. And these dudes was just like, and I'm going to talk about those scams too, just so you be aware of those. Oh man, y'all getting a lot of good information. We're coming with y'all with a lot of good information.
Man. So that way y'all don't get scammed or end up spending more money than you supposed to if you ever go to Brazil.
Yeah, y'all getting a lot of good stuff, man.
Yeah, speaking of, let me hit these super chats real quick.
Yeah.
Shout out to the Chief Scribe 913, $10 super chat just for the love, and shout out to Rose, one of my members, with the 10 euros, man. Appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you for the donation. Yeah, man. Thank you guys. So okay, I think I'm caught up. All right. Well, we we're running up on 2 hours now. Any last words before we get off of here?
Get yourself in shape and learn Portuguese if you're going to Brazil.
Yeah,
especially Portuguese, because you're going to need that to maneuver around. Honestly, else you're going to be like dead. You're going to be dead in the water. So really get at least some of the basics, you know, basic phrases and stuff like that in Portuguese. That's number one. The workout stuff, yeah, if you're going to try to meet the women and stuff like that, yeah, you can do that. But to be, you know, to maneuver around, you definitely need Portuguese, dude. And we got a lot of video we got to get through. I got work tomorrow and I'm like exhausted. So I don't care what the methodology you use to learn Portuguese before you even book a trip to get over to Brazil, because you're going to need it, man. I'm not lying. And first video coming up, or live, because I'm going to start doing lives. I'm going to run you through what you're going to do when you land in Brazil. I'm going to start from there just to help you guys out. And when that lives come up, I will just pay attention. I'm going to try for Wednesday. We'll see. Wednesday evening. We'll see. But that's all I got.
All right. All right, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and get up off of here, and want to hold you up too long. Shout out to KMO again for coming on. It was good having him on. And make sure y'all subscribe to Passport Blueprint channel so we can hurry up and get this brother up to 1,000 subscribers, man. So until next time, deuces.